Okay, this is video number 10, which is talking about the written components. When you look at your written components, where are we? On our checklist, have you described the scene, what occurs? Okay, so in my one I'd say, okay, this is from South, this is the story of Shackleton and his failed expedition to the Antarctic and how they ended up getting caught in, blah, 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 blah. And you've got to find out some information about the scene, okay? Or try to describe the scene in your own words. Have you discussed the hit points? My next written part then would be to say, okay, so I just simply go up to my hit points and I say, actually, I can probably just look at them off here in the hit points menu. And you can say hit point. The first hit point is the boat appearing at 10.3 seconds. The second hit point is the dogs disembarking at 16.7 seconds, or you can describe it by bars and beats, bar 9, beat 2, and actually you don't have to worry about the 44, 4500, so that's fine, just bar 9, beat 2. The wide angle ship section starting in bar 24, in bar 13 at 24.9 seconds. Leaving on sleds starts in bar 24, beat 3 at 47 seconds. And off to doom is the ending starting around about bar 30 or 59 seconds. And then you need to also describe a little bit about what happens in each of those sections. Let's have a look at mine, and we'll see if I can describe it a little bit more about what my intentions were in each section. So the opening. All right. Remember I said there was this big crescendo, decrescendo thing happening. So it's big crescendo and instrument change. So that's all I need to say. I just say I used a massive crescendo and a timbre change with the percussion to create a more dramatic opening. All right. The next thing we're looking for is where the dogs start disembarking. And I think you'll hear what the change is here. That's it there. That da, 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 da. What did I do again? I've introduced a horn theme, which is also doubled on the violas. And basically I've, so I could say I've changed the instrumentation there to represent the dogs. I've also changed the volume overall, so I can say, I've created a much softer volume then at this point in the music. By the way, I should have put an expression marking in there, so I'll just add that now. So yes, I've created a softer volume as well. I've also created a different texture. I could talk about texture because suddenly there's a whole heap of instruments that aren't playing at this point in the music. I'll just try to make this a bit smaller so that we can see better. Okay, that's all of them. It's a bit too small, isn't it? What about that? That's just about the full score. In fact, that is the full score there. So you can see here from the start that I've got almost the full group playing except for the harp, and then it drops out and suddenly there's hardly anybody playing. These two instruments up here stop playing, and a lot of the instruments in the middle here, and it's just this little accompaniment thing, ostinato thing happening with the melody. My next little section is just about to come up, which is this wide angle on the ship. Just move that right across here. And in this section you'll hear once again an introduction to a new instrument. Oboe takes over the melody up the top here. So listen to this little section. And then at the end of that, I could have described something about, you know, the descending melody at the end here could be describing the descending ship as it sinks into the ocean. And so there's all sorts of little things that you can do like that, where you are looking at the melody, looking at your music and comparing it to what is happening visually and why you have made certain decisions. Don't forget, don't just discuss what is happening. You need to also, as well as what you have done, you need to also say why you have done it. And finally, the last part of the written document is that you need to choose 3 elements of music and discuss how they contributed to the overall score. So maybe, you know, you could go back again and look in a little bit more detail now at dynamics. Dynamics is a good one for me because have a listen at the end of the whole piece. It gets very dramatic. Okay, so I could probably discuss all of that, you know, all of those dynamic changes and all that sort of thing. You have to pick 3 elements of music and discuss them. Okay, good luck with the